Good morning. Just gonna try and sit you down here. There. It's about 10 to 10 on, what is today? Friday morning. Vlogging a little late today. My youngest just left with his dad. His dad texted me yesterday, afternoonish, late morning, early afternoon, and asked if I was still dropping him off today and what time, or he could come pick him up like this morning. I was like, I don't care. I can drop him off at 3, or you can pick him up whenever. I said, he's like, well, I'll pick him up in the morning. I said, okay, well, but nothing crazy. I don't get up before 8 o'clock unless I'm getting paid. So, calm down and come at a normal time. Well, I'll be there about 9-ish. We can do 9-ish. Cool. I can be up. I can be half caffeinated. I can have the kid fed, dressed, washed, out the door. I can do that. So I taught my youngest this morning how to peel a hard-boiled egg. Like, I boiled it last night, so it was cold. They're much easier to peel when they're cold. So I taught him how to crack the shell and roll it around and, peel everything off. I had to teach him how to slice the egg, because we did egg in a cup. Slice the egg. Put the butter in, cover up the mug, put it in the microwave, wait for it to pop. It starts to pop, take it out. I had to mash it all up. He's mashing. He's so gentle. It's so funny. Oh my God. He's like peeling the egg, and he's like, I told him to mash the egg, and he's going, like, get in there. And he just ripped the shell off. Slice up the egg, beat up the egg. It's fine. You don't have to be so gentle. So, he made himself egg in a cup this morning. He was so proud. And I had taken him for a walk last night, so we walked over to the plan was to walk up to the Timmy's, get me a coffee, get him a muffin to go with his egg in a cup for tomorrow, and then do a walk around the neighborhood, kill about an hour, and then go home. We got about halfway down my street. I stopped and I went, I didn't bring any goddamn masks. I cannot get used to carrying a mask. I keep 2 in my car, and I usually have one for him in my purse, right? I had nothing. I was like, fuck. I'm not turning around, going home, getting masks, and going out. Like, that's what we're not going to do. I accomplished so much yesterday. I was so tired. It's like, we're not doing that. We'll go do our walk. We'll go home, jump in the fucking car, drive down to the goddamn Timmy's, get my coffee, get your muffin, and then we ended up driving over to the bank, and I feel like, fuck it, you're in the car, you're coming with me. I don't want to be running around tomorrow, like today. So he's laughing at me. Okay. I feel like a bucket of assholes today. But, have to get my grass cut. Have to. I have one load of laundry that I need to throw in the dryer from yesterday. Tonight I'll fold it. Not folding today. Do it tonight. Oh, I just feel like garbage. Chipmunks and squirrels running all over the place. I got that tree beside my Equinox all cut back yesterday. Well, everything that I could reach with my tiny Teosaurus Rex arms. I had these weird viney, climby type weeds growing in around my friggin' barbecue. I don't know when the hell that happened. Pulled all that out, checked my barbecue, make sure nothing was weird. Like, okay, I have to clean my barbecue today too. Did a little weeding in the gardens yesterday, so they look nice. But now I have like a pile of weeds on my little patio here by my raspberry bush that I gotta clean up. Maybe I'll just throw them on the lawn and mow them. They'll go up in the bag. Whatever. Work smart, not hard, right? Oh. And I have to tie up the branches that I cut yesterday. And I have to dust and mop my house. My house is full of dog fur. I don't own a dog. While I was away last weekend, my son was telling me this is his story. And can't prove it any way, one way or the other, so we'll run with it. Okay, fine. He bought a dog with his girlfriend like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago maybe. Big Jesus fucking dog. I mean, she's gorgeous. But she's some kind of mastiff, and she's huge. Like, she's kind of thin, but she's tall, and she's still awkward and gangly. Like, she's still a pup. She's hyper as fuck. But she's beautiful. But sheds. Oh my god. Oh my god. I have a jumping spider under my table. He's got to go. Go. Ugh. Anyways, I guess he was sitting in the living room playing video games or something and looked outside, and his girlfriend lives down the street from us. Like, the street across from us and down the street. And he saw a dog that looked like Nymeria. And he's like, is that my dog? And his girlfriend was at work. And I guess the dog usually stays in her bedroom while she's at work. Whatever. But somehow got out of the house and out of the yard. And, you know, was roaming around our street. So my son went out, grabbed his dog, called him, Nymeria. She stopped and, you know, she looked at my son and was like, Dad! Came running over. And my son grabbed her, brought her in the house. Because he couldn't walk her back to his girlfriend's. He didn't have a leash, like, she wasn't wearing any of her, like, you know, it's not like she'd been out for a walk and got away or anything. Like, she didn't have any of her walk gear on. And we don't have leashes here because we don't have pets anymore. Like, my dog passed this past winter, so I got rid of all that shit. So kept the dog at the house until his girlfriend got off, like, texted his girlfriend, like, you know, Nymeria is here. I don't know what the hell happened, but she's here. You're gonna have to come and get her with the leash after work, whatever. So she's wandering through my house, and he said he was trying to keep her downstairs. Whatever. Because our dog was not allowed upstairs. She had run of the main floor. That was it. You do not go upstairs unless it's bath time. And you're not in the kids' rooms, like, no. So, fucking dog hair all over my goddamn house, and my floors are dark. All my furniture is dark wood furniture. My couch is a dark gray, like, and all I can see is this blonde brindle fucking fur. It's all over my tables. It's all over my floors. It's all upstairs on the floors. It's and I've been busy out here, like outside. Like it's summertime. When it's nice, I'm outside. Screw the house. I don't care. Pick up the big chunks and we carry on. So I came down this morning and, you know, guided my youngest through the whole making of breakfast. And then I'm wandering around the house, feeling like ass. And I'm looking around, and I'm like, fucking fur. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Like, oh. So you're gonna have to deal with that today, too. I'm sick of looking at it. It's everywhere. Oh. Tomorrow I gotta do my grocery shopping, like for the house, and then I gotta do my shopping for my barbecue on Saturday. Hopefully I'll be feeling better by Saturday, because if I feel like this on Saturday, it'll be a long goddamn day. It is beautiful out today, though. It is absolutely gorgeous. There's a beautiful breeze, a little bit of cloud, a little bit of sun. It is nice. This is outdoor working weather. I wish I didn't feel like butthole. Oh, I'll get back to you later, but my boyfriend's texting me now. It's that time of day. He must be on break. So, oh man. Oh, there's my buddy calling. Later, bud. Sorry, I just had to decline the call. Later, bud. Later. I found a program a week or so ago that is supposed to be able to stitch videos together. Not willing to try it today. Because if something happens and I have to pause my video, like when my friend stopped by, my girlfriend stopped by, I don't know, a week or two ago, and I paused my video. Then when I went to start it up again, it didn't just pause, but it like stopped. So my video ended up going up in a two-part. I spent the entire day downloading editing apps to my phone, trying to... I ended up putting the fucking thing up in a two-parter. I was so pissed. I hate doing that. So I took a day, and I went online, or an evening, probably an evening, because I do that shit. I tend to do that shit at night. It's not good. And I found a program, and it has tutorials in it, which none of the ones on the phone did. This is on my desktop, and it has tutorials in it to guide you through what you're doing. for people like me that have no idea what they're doing. And it's supposed to be able to kind of stitch things together, and it's an editing app. So you can put in text, you can put in transitions, you can, all this kind of stuff. Now who's here? You better be turning around and not. I've already had a delivery guy here today for food. More food? Jesus Christ. These kids are never going to move out. They keep spending their money on fucking ordering in. Jesus Christ. Yep. More food. Must be nice to have all kinds of stupid money. Tell you, when I was their age and working, I certainly didn't make enough money to fucking order food 2 times a day. Whatever. He paid me half his rent yesterday, so that's fine. Whatever. I told him yesterday when I took him to the bank to give me my money, you know, if you have to, because he pays me $400 a month for rent, which I think is fair. It was $280, and then I upped it because I needed more money. And I said, look, I don't know why you're spending all this money on fucking food. Like, a portion of your rent goes toward groceries. There is food in this house. Like, there is never not food in this house for the kids. I go without shit all the time. That's fine. I don't care. My kids are not going without. It's not going to happen. So, please don't smack me in the face by going and ordering fucking McDonald's and Starbucks. The Starbucks. You know, like, I get coming home and being tired, trust and believe, I get it. But it takes 5 minutes to cook up a hot dog. You know, there's always leftover side dishes in the fridge, leftover rice. It takes 6 to 10 minutes to nuke frozen vegetables. Like, it doesn't take any more than half an hour to make a dinner. Like, you know, and usually, especially when the youngest is here, I make dinner for everybody anyway. Fucking eat it. If you're not hungry, take that shit to work. You know, I don't know, man. I don't get it. I was like, if you just put all that fucking money that you're spending on takeout away, then by the time we have our little economic crash, because it's coming, we are going to crash, and we go through our recession, and the price of everything fucking plummets again, if the two of you stop ordering out, put all that fucking money away, I will bet you will have, between the two of you, enough money to put a decent down payment down on a goddamn house. Never mind renting a fucking apartment. Like, give your head a shake. What the fuck are you doing? You won't listen. Spend. They're spending like it's the 80s, man. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, I don't know what house you grew up in. But you need to take a real close look around at what's going on. Like, fucking sakes. I don't get it. Anyways. I don't remember what I was talking about before that delivery guy showed up. Oh, the editing app. So I found this editing app. And I'm going to have to do just sort of a rambling test video and upload it to my desktop and play with this editing program. Just in case. I mean, I don't plan on doing a bunch of editing or anything fancy. Like, I sit and I chat. I sit and I talk to myself. Like, the hell is there to edit? You know, I do commentary on my life. Occasionally do commentary on shit that's going on. I don't do deep dives into anything. I don't research anything. I'm not putting in, you know, articles and all that kind of craps. But when things happen and fuckery arises, it would be nice to be able to stitch something together and save it, you know, if it's salvageable. Rather than scrapping and redoing, because I've done that a couple of times, and it's just annoying. And, you know, I'm starting a new job on Monday, and I'm just not going to have the same amount of time. So, it's kind of a one-and-done deal. And I did also figured out how to program uploads off of my phone. I just got fiddle mucking around and touch screening things and seeing what popped up, and I found it. So I'm going to do a test with that too, and I'll put in the title or description or something that this is just a test. Because I think that will come in very handy. So, I knew that you could do it, and I'd seen it before. I couldn't remember how I came across it or where because YouTube Studio app on the phone is set up very differently than it is on a desktop. So, and I'm pretty sure it was on the desktop that I seen it. I still haven't figured out how you do it on the desktop. But I figured how to do it on my phone. So we'll do a test with that. If all goes well, then I can pre-film things, and you know, I can do my vlogs in the evening, which is when I'm gonna have to do them. But I can set them so that they publish and all that stuff in the morning. Because I seem to get most of my views like in the afternoon, maybe early evening kind of thing, from the best that I can see on my end. So unless I get feedback from viewers saying otherwise, because I have put out there in videos, what works better for you to view, and do you care? Like, if you don't care, awesome. That makes my life easier, but originally when I started doing this, like I said, it's purely, and I have it says in the thing on my channel, right now, this is purely selfish. It's me kind of working out my shit, because there's no counseling available still. And though I haven't had a real crash in a while, it is, I've talked about a couple of things, a few things that get me going or get me in a bad space, or, just trying to work out, what gets that going, and to talk about, when I'm kind of in it, how I'm feeling, and, maybe what I'm doing to try and pull myself out, or whatever, because again, there are no counselors, so I don't, and I don't want to go to friends and, whine and complain, and so I kind of felt like this was kind of like a video diary, let's say, because I do keep a journal of my thoughts and whatever. I have since I was about 12. But I'm finding I need more. Like, that on its own just doesn't cut it. So, and I'm not good at talking about, like, me and whatever. Nobody cares. So everybody's got their own shit, right? Like, fuck, nobody cares. So, that was kind of the original thought process behind doing this. So, like, I didn't care when I uploaded, or how often I uploaded, or, like, I did it when I felt like it, as often as I felt like it. I went through quite a period where I was putting up 2, sometimes 3 videos a day, because I felt like talking. So, but, I have a few subscribers, and they seem to be relatively consistent. So, you try to respect that. And okay, well, you must get something out of watching my videos, whether you find it entertaining or relatable, or you just sit and laugh. Middle-aged lady on YouTube, like, whatever. I don't care. Good for you. That's fine. It's all good. But either way, you're clicking, you're watching, you're engaging, and whatever. I try to engage back, and so for those people, thank you. I appreciate you, and because I appreciate them, I want to find out what works for what works for you, what do you prefer, what do you enjoy. I've asked about topics to talk about, like, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to hear about? What would be enjoyable for you? What would be, I don't know, entertaining for you? What would, what would be relatable for you? I'm not here to be silly and what, like, I'm not entertaining like that, I don't think. But I'm slowly getting more comfortable talking to myself and whatever. So, I would like to come off as, be relatable and, talk about things that are meaningful, right? Let me know what's meaningful to you. Talk about that. I don't know. So that's, I try to keep that in mind, right? Like if I didn't, if nobody was engaging at all, I wouldn't care. Like whatever, I would just do what I'm doing and I would do me. But I do have people that are engaging and whatever, so, if they're going to take time out of their day to even watch half of my video, then I appreciate that. Because my videos are anywhere from like 25 minutes to like an hour, so it depends on how much I feel like a chatty Cathy or how ranty I'm feeling. Because that happens too. Hence the name of my channel. So I was kind of excited when I figured out how to do that scheduling thing. I knew I seen it. I knew I wasn't crazy. So, yeah, lots to do today. I just need to get my coffee in me. Coffee always helps. The weather will help too because it's sunny. Yesterday was sunny too. Yesterday was beautiful. It was muggy as, like it was hot as balls out yesterday. It wasn't hot, it was muggy. It was really, the air was really, really thick. But today it's nice. It's the air is crisp, but oh, it feels so good. So I most definitely want to get my yards mowed and my pool cleaned. And I'll finish off that little bit of laundry, but I'll fold it tonight. And then I've definitely got to dust. In fact, I've got to get rid of that goddamn animal fur. So, and then tomorrow I'll do all the shopping and I'll clean the barbecue. Sweep off my little rug area under here and should be good to go. It's just a small gathering on Saturday. I think like literally just the three of us. Me, my boyfriend, and my buddy. Because my brother is working. My eldest is working. My youngest just went to his dad's. Because my brother's not working, my nephew is probably not coming. And if he does, he'll be with his mother and they'll only come for about an hour. So, like, let him go for a swim and, she can sit with us and shoot the shit and then they'll go. She's probably got plans with her boyfriend or whatever. Usually they go to Collingwood for the Canada Day long weekend. Her family is mainly up in that area. But with the COVID crap, and they're very about it. Like, yeah. So, she just kind of said, we're not doing it this year. Whatever. Oh, I forgot to give those sparklers. Damn it. Whatever. Next year, I guess. I have a whole bunch of sparklers in my shed that I was going to give to my youngest dad and all that, because they're having a barbecue with their friends, and their friends all have kids about my boy's age, and I thought, well, I might as well use these sparklers because they're just sitting in my shed. And I had these great big bubble ones that I bought for her birthday. a year or two ago. And I just keep refilling them. I got a great big bubble container. I just keep refilling it. Get them at the dollar store, they're huge. And I just thought stuff for the kids to run around into, because they've got quite a big backyard. It's impressive. I figured they could run around and do that. Of course, they have a trampoline and everything, but excuse me. But I just thought, that'd be kind of fun for them. Who doesn't like to blow bubbles? Yeah. I'm in my 40s. I like to blow bubbles. They're pretty. When I had my dog, I used to get, well, I think I still have it. I can't remember. I used to have this kit, this bubble blower. It was huge. It had every kind of bubble blower wand you could possibly imagine. Different shapes, different sizes. And like I said, I always bought the great big things of bubble soap. And we would all sit out, me and the two boys would sit out in the backyard in the grass with the dog. And we had to tether her because my backyard is open. It's not fully fenced. It's not enclosed. So we had to tether her. And she had her water dish and her shady spot and whatever. And we would sit in the grass and blow bubbles all around the yard. And the dog would just, oh, she loved it. She would just chase them all over and jump on them and try to eat them. And she was so funny. And we would do that for quite some time. And, go in the pool and splash around. And, she couldn't run circles around the pool because she was tethered, but she would go from side to side on the grass, from side to side of the pool. And she would get upset when we were in the pool because she would think we were in trouble, and she'd want to come get us, get out of the water. In fact, when she was a pup, we used to take her to the beach. I was never one of those, if I go, my dog goes kind of people. But a day at the beach, it's just as good for the dogs to get outside as it is for the kids. So bring her to the beach, and we pack her a bowl and make sure we had lots of water for her. And whatever. And she was just little. She was like a runt of the litter. She's a tiny little thing. She's so cute. And we'd bring her to the beach, and we'd all go in the water. And she was like a lab boxer cross. She had the webbed toes. And she didn't have the big, huge chest or anything. Like, I know boxers tend to sink. She could swim. She was fine. But hated the water. She hated the water. And she hated us being in the water. We'd go to the beach and we'd, I didn't have my youngest. It was just me and my eldest boy. He probably would have been about 5. He would have been about 5 or 6. We'd take, to the beach and go in the water. He's got his water wings and whatever. The dog would be on her leash. And, drag her into the water. Like, come on, sassy girl. She's like, fuck that. When she was little, we never brought her out far. She was little. And, my son would play in the shallows, like maybe up to his hips kind of deal. And I would just be sitting, literally sitting in the lake with the dog. And she would be all up and wrap herself around me. And, oh my goodness. I can remember my mom coming to the beach with us and the dog. And and my mom would be like, well, go in the water with the boy, and I'll sit here with the dog. Like, and my mom was not a dog fan. My mom hated dogs, but she absolutely adored Sassy, especially when she was a little pup. And she was a little bit bigger at this time. And this is probably my second summer that I had her. And so, Mom's sitting under the umbrella, the dog, and just petting the dog and talking to the dog, and she's on her leash. We kept her on a leash at the beach. And I went in the water with my son, and we're splashing around and horsing around and whatever, and my dog just lost her frickin' mind and got away from my mom and ran right into the water. And she's trying to grab my son, she's trying to grab me, and she's trying to pull us back onto land. And, my son didn't quite understand what was going on. I'm kind of giggling, but at the same time, I'm thinking, like, this could potentially be dangerous. Like, she was my first dog, and I don't know how dogs get, like, I didn't want anybody to get bitten because she was panicking, like, right? So, like, Sassy, it's fine. I'm petting her, and, go see Oma, go see Oma. Like, get out of here. My mom couldn't come in the water because she'd had her surgery, and she had her breathing hole was here. And if she went in the water, she could potentially drown. So she couldn't go in the water. No, that wasn't until my youngest was born. So yeah, I don't know why she wasn't coming in the water. I think she was just sitting there freaking laughing at me, trying to deal with a kid and a dog. Bitch. What was with that? But she got right up on me, and she had her front paws over my shoulder, and she had her back paws wrapped around my waist, and her butt sitting in my arms. And I'm like, okay, and I'm trying to hold her, and I'm trying to hold on to my kid. That was the last time I brought her to the beach. That's it, you're done. Fuck's sakes. She hated water. But in the wintertime, when it was snowing, especially if it was like hardcore snowing, you could not get that goddamn dog in the house. She would tear around the backyard. Like, her tether was quite long. And of course the pool's put away, so there's a lot more room back here. And she would just tear all over the backyard, running around in the snow, and she'd like throw herself into the snow and roll around and, nip at the falling snow. And she loved it. She loved the snow. Loved it. She would stay out here. I would have to, like, pick her up and drag her into the house because she would sit out here and freeze. She would happily freeze to death out in the snow. She loved it. Her paws would be all cold. She would never wear boots. I couldn't get her to wear the boots at all. And she would be doing the, lifting up all her paws, and, like, I mean, she was cold. She didn't care. Like, no, we're getting frostbite. We're going to die of hypothermia. It's fine. Like, leave me alone. Jesus Christ. Get the fucking house. Wintertime was the only time I could put that dog outside and not sit back here with her, and she would be fine. She wouldn't make a sound. If I did that any other time of year and left her outside, even just for 5 or 10 minutes while I went and did something in the house, she would lose her frickin' mind and bark and bark and bark and bark. And not like a little woof woof. It was like, oh, oh, oh. Oh my God. Yeah, I miss that girl. She was such a good dog. Oh. It's weird. It's like partly clear over this way, completely cloudy over this way. There's no sun out, but it's bright as shit. Oh. My eyes don't like the light. Oh. I need another coffee. Well, we're at the 45-minute mark and I need another coffee, so I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna go get myself a coffee. We're drinking homemade coffee today. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll grab another coffee. Get this uploaded. And, yeah, start working on my lawns and stuff. This is, yeah, perfect weather for this kind of thing. So, we're gonna suck it up and get her done. So, I am not sure if I'm going to vlog tomorrow. I don't know when my boyfriend's coming down. I know he's working today and he's off tomorrow. So what I may do is go out and vlog tonight and preset it. And just have it do its thing tomorrow morning. So we'll give that a go. So there'll probably be a test video going up for that today. And if I do that, I'll put right in the thing that it's just a test video. Everybody can ignore it. It's fine. Anyways. Yeah. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. Take care of yourself. And we'll talk later.